Good morning. Wow. We're good. Are we? Hi, Eleanor. Good morning. Good morning, handsome. We have to get out of bed. I have to get cute. It's going to take a while. Oh, good morning, honey. Hi. Yeah. Oh, I love you. Eleanor, what are you up to? What are you up to over there? I see your tail going. All right. Oh, I have to get out of bed, honey. All right. 5 more minutes. Eleanor, why are you facing the wall? Eleanor. Eleanor. Yes, buddy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? All right. Time for a snack, I guess. I have to get up, though. What do you think? What do you think? Look who's enjoying her new ottoman. So excited. But he doesn't even like that I said her name. But that's the ottoman I purchased yesterday. And this is the other one we had. She used to love that. She used to hang out right on top of that one. Now it looks like she's very happy with that one. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Buddy. Stop yelling at me. I know. I know. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Starting off Vlogtober day 28 with a bang, with boiled egg all over my teeth. All right, so sexy. So I'm on the way to meet my Aunt Marie. I don't know if anyone else is going to be there. It might just be the two of us. I wore this little jacket that I wore. It's like a jersey sort of sweater shirt that I wore to my last layover in San Francisco. This little short sleeve button down because it's just easy. I'm wearing, I'm sure you're burning to know what I'm wearing today. Little navy pants, little slacks, and these little espadrille slip-on things. I know it's a little late in the season for anything espadrille, but I really don't have many shoes left. I used to have like 30 pairs of shoes for every occasion. I mean, I used to have so many shoes. Now I'm down to like work shoes and like 2 pairs of whatever. I need to eventually get some more shoes. I'm babbling because I'm nervous. Can you tell? And I'm wearing these navy glasses because they kind of work with the outfit. My skin is a riot right now. It is totally acting up. So, all right, let's go. All right, so I'm almost there, and I'm kicking myself in the rear end because I probably had time to buy flowers or something, and I did not. So, I have 15 minutes. Maybe if I see something, I can stop off, but anxious. A little anxious, yeah. Well, there's certainly nowhere around here to buy flowers, so I'm gonna have to just hope that my presence is enough. Driving here, I passed by like 5 billboards that all said the same thing that kind of made me laugh, only because of the dramatic nature of it, and I'm nervous, so I'm trying to find humor in things. It's billboards all over town that say, "When you die, you will meet God." I mean, it's even written in a font that says, "You will meet God." Okay. Should I bring flowers? That's the question. Okay, I'm almost there. It's a very fancy neighborhood, at least compared to my neighborhood. Here we are. Yeah, I may have to learn how to golf.
Turn right onto Intrepid Drive.
Oh. Hey guys, how are you? I feel amazing. I feel amazing. I'm not going to cry right now because I'm driving and I think I'm okay. When I get home, after the cats get their treats, I'm going to crawl in bed and cry. Just because I feel so good. It is 6:59 in the afternoon. I literally just left their house, Marie and Bob. I literally just left their house. I got there exactly at 11, and so now it has been 7 hours of us just talking. So what happened? I think the last time I saw you, I was making a joke about bringing God flowers, I think. When I finally meet God. But I got to the house. They live in a very nice neighborhood. What I would consider a very fancy neighborhood. It's kind of a upper middle class little neighborhood. Very, very nice. They have a security guard. I had to give them my name and everything. I'm on the permanent list now that I can get into the complex. It's a very, very nice little neighborhood. So driving up, I was having a hard time breathing. I was getting very anxious. I pulled up to the house and there was Marie standing outside, cute as a button, and just cute as a button, and big smile on her face, and a big hug, and I was instantly part of a family. That's what I felt like. I'm gonna try not to cry while I'm driving so I can get home safe. Bob was there. My Uncle Bob was there. It's my grandfather's youngest brother. He's 81, I think. He can walk. He walks with a cane. He has a walker if he has to go any great distance. So he really isn't as mobile as he'd like. But it seems like he's in great spirits, great health. What an amazing, I mean, I can't even really describe how grateful I am and how amazed I am at the richness and depth of experience I've had this afternoon with these people. I was raised, as you know, by my grandmother and my grandfather. My grandfather was very, he played his cards very close to his chest. He did not talk a lot. He did not share a lot. Before I go too far, let me take a break and look at my GPS here. Hold on one sec. And ta-da, just like that, I'm home. Actually, it's not just like that. It's 8:42 in the evening. I was using Google Maps to go home after visiting their house, and I didn't trust what Google Maps had to say. I thought they were wrong. I was going to take a different turn, and of course, I ended up in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Getting home, I realized I was out of cat treats, so of course I had to go to Walmart and spend untold amounts of money on cat treats and cat food. But I'm happy. My cats are happy. We're all good. So I think I was telling you about my grandfather, in that my grandfather was very mysterious in that, and he was very complex but very quiet at the same time. He held all of his cards very close to his chest, and because I was so young when I moved into their house, I didn't know to ask about family history. I never knew anything about his family or his youth. I didn't even know what branch of the service he was in. It was never discussed, and he wouldn't talk about it. My grandmother later on in life was able to share some things about their younger years when they first got married. They talked very little about my mother and her sister's childhoods. There were just a lot of secrets. I didn't know why there were so many secrets. A lot of stuff was shared with me today that I have a better understanding of my grandparents' life, especially my grandfather. But the richness of information that Bob was able to give me today was just really outstanding. I feel like I have a much better understanding of my grandparents, their relationship, what kind of parents they were when they were younger, because I got them as older people. Like I got them when they were in their 50s and 60s. My mother and her sisters got them, a in a very, very different way. But I really can't even describe how wonderful it was to spend time with them today. I'm not quite sure what I remember, what I told you guys earlier, but I did get to the house today. Marie greeted me at the front of the house with a big warm hug. And I'm not sure if I said it earlier. I really should watch that video clip. But she gave me a hug and I felt at home. I felt like I was with a family member who knew me, and she didn't. Well, she remembered little bits and pieces from what other people have heard, but I don't know. And then, like, within minutes, I felt like I've always belonged there. It was very strange for someone who's so insular. Like, I don't have a lot of family. Most of them are dead, and I just don't feel connected to the rest of it. To feel so connected in such a short amount of time was just overwhelming. I didn't cry, not at the house. I cried later on the way home. But yeah, we met at the house. We hung out for maybe a half hour or so. Went to an Italian restaurant that I really like a lot, and then I went back to the house. Marie had to leave about 2:30 or so to get. I think she was playing cards. I think she had an appointment to play cards with somebody, like a regular group. But Bob and I sat in the living room, and he just opened up. He opened up and shared so much history of him, his brothers. My grandfather was a very different person than I have always understood him to be. And I was just so grateful for what Bob was able to share with me in terms of my own family history. It's rich. It's rich. And there's a lot of alcoholism. Not a surprise. Lot of alcohol. Lot of resentments, a lot of people not talking to each other. But there was also a lot of love, an enormous amount of love. And I'll tell you, I have never heard a man talk about his wife with such love and admiration and respect. This man and this woman they've been married for 61 years, going on 62 years. I think it's August 4th, something like that. They'll be married 62 years. And he loves her like I've never heard a man talk about love. It was wonderful. And she's worthy of all that love, from what I understand, from what we shared today. So she did finally come back later on this afternoon, just as I was about to leave, because I had Bob had been talking for like 4 hours. I shared some of my stories with him, like the things that he didn't know. But for the most part, he was talking for like 4 or 5 hours, and he's 81. And not in fantastic shape, really, honestly. So he started looking a little tired, and so I figured it's best I just kind of wrap this visit up, because I will be seeing them again and again and again. And it was magic. It was magic. Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before, when I first spoke to them, I made plans for lunch today. I was so afraid. Driving there today. I was afraid. I kind of want to cry again, just because I'm so relieved of that fear. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. And I kept thinking about you guys. I kept wanting to say, oh, I wish I could film this. I wish I could film this or record it. But it wouldn't have been appropriate. So I hope it's okay I didn't. Marie, oh my gosh, Marie has a whole list of dates of parties and get-togethers and all sorts of stuff. She's like, on December this and January this and this and that and this, you have to be there, you have to be available. And I was trying to explain to her how my schedule works. But she's like, you have to be a part of this and you have to be a part of this. I'm off on Thanksgiving this year. It's my one day off between two trips. I happen to be off for Thanksgiving. And guess who's going to Thanksgiving with my new family? Yay! I'm so excited. And oh, all right. So there's no sweet without salt, right? There's no light without dark. There's no joy without a little bit of sorrow, right? Because it amplifies joy. I'm getting the tour of the house, right? And you can take this as you will. I'm getting the tour of the house, and in the bedroom there's a hat rack, and there seems to be a whole wardrobe. It's going to be hard to say this. There's a whole seemingly wardrobe of Trump hats. Yeah. So during our day today, I was able to, we didn't even touch the topic, but we just kind of went right over the topic, in that it's probably best that we not really talk about politics at all. And that was fine. It was agreed upon. But Bob said, when I go to Thanksgiving, he says, everyone else in the family is just like you. And I thought, oh my God, everybody's gay? How is that hard? And he said, no, they're all liberals. So apparently they're the only ones that wear those hats. Everyone else apparently in the family is more left minded. So there's that. But really, really nice. Oh, one more little teeny story. I wish I could share everything with you, but Bob was talking about his early service years. He was in the Air Force, and very, very interesting. He was in logistics. He was just a very smart guy and did a whole bunch of interesting things all over the world. I mean, he's lived in Turkey, he's lived in Japan, he's lived in Greece, he's just lived everywhere, and done all sorts of things. But early in his career, he made friends with this guy. They were supposed to get married, but the guy was gay. And back in the day, you still got married because that was what you're supposed to do. But the guy went to his church, his priest, and confessed, told the priest, and apparently the priest told the fiance, which, I mean, I think is supposed to be a breach of that trust. Mind you, it's probably the right thing. But Bob was telling me how upset he was at the priest, and that so Bob is actually surprisingly really good, okay, fantastic with me and my sexuality and my who I am. I was a little bit afraid after seeing those hats that I'd have to start changing pronouns or using the word they instead of he, and my partners instead of my boyfriends or whatever. But I'm not sure if I've made any sense in this long ramble. But in a long, rambling Steven style, what I'd like to tell you is that today was absolutely gorgeous. And every one of you who said, Steven, they're going to love you, it's going to be great, you're going to connect with a family you haven't, no, you're all right. You were all 100% correct. So thank you. I'm going to end this video here because I am in the middle of cooking food for my trip tomorrow. It's probably done. And then I got to give the cat some treats, and then I'm going to go to bed early. My trip tomorrow is at like 2:40 in the afternoon, so I want to have everything all done and packed up and ready to go. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogtober Day. What's tomorrow going to be? The 29th. So thank you once again for joining me. I'm sorry it's such a convoluted, roundabout story. Who's surprised by this? Nobody. See you tomorrow. Fly safe. Bye.